6 ways to detach and dominate according to Stoic philosophy. There's a power that doesn't shout, doesn't chase, and doesn't need applause. It moves in silence, calm, sharp, untouchable. This is the Stoic, detached, disciplined, and dangerous. In a world addicted to noise, he remains still. He doesn't act like he doesn't care. He truly doesn't need to. And that's what pulls the world toward him. Here's how the Stoic detaches and dominates. 1. Starve the need to be seen. The hunger for validation is the silent killer of self-respect. You think you need to be noticed, praised, applauded. You think you need them to say, "You're enough." But every time you seek approval, you hand over a piece of your power. Stoics knew this. Marcus Aurelius ruled the Roman Empire, yet he reminded himself, ambition means tying your well-being to what other people say or do. Sanity means tying it to your own actions. He knew this truth. Needing nothing makes you untouchable. When you stop needing to be chosen, you become the one others fight to understand. You stop performing. You start becoming. You don't move to impress. You move with intention. Starve the ego. Detach from applause. Let your silence echo louder than their claps. 2. Master the art of no reaction. Every time you react emotionally, someone owns you. They say something rude. You defend. They give you the silent treatment. You panic. They criticize you. You crumble. But what if you didn't react at all? That's where your dominance begins. The Stoic doesn't respond to provocation. He studies, he observes, he sees the game, but he never plays it. Why? Because calm is control. Your silence will disturb the insecure far more than your argument ever could. Seneca said, "You are not upset by things, but by your judgment about them." So stop giving them access to your emotional buttons. They want chaos. You give them a dead stare. They want noise. You offer cold peace. Let your non-reaction be your armor. Let your stillness disturb the storm. 3. Crush the addiction to comfort. You can't dominate anything if you're addicted to comfort. And most people are. They can't go a day without their phone. They panic in silence. They escape into distractions at the first sign of boredom, pain, or resistance. But the Stoic, he runs toward the fire. He doesn't wait for pain. He trains for it. He fasts. He walks alone. He wakes before the sun. Why? Because if you only train in comfort, you'll break under pressure. Voluntary discomfort is Stoic armor. Epictetus, born a slave, once said, "Difficulties show what men are. Therefore, when a difficult crisis arises, think to yourself, I was training for this." You want to stand above others? Then suffer what they run from. Walk where they hesitate. Live without what they need. Detach from comfort. Embrace the hard path. That's where your strength is built. 4. Say less. Mean more. The loudest man in the room is usually the weakest. He needs to fill the air with words because silence would expose his insecurity. But the Stoic, he's built different. He doesn't speak to be heard. He speaks because it matters. And when it doesn't, he says nothing. He knows the value of restraint. One measured sentence carries more weight than 1,000 explanations. He doesn't justify himself. He doesn't overshare. He doesn't chase understanding. Because his presence already says everything. The more you speak, the less they listen. The more you listen, the more you control. Your silence will confuse them. Your brevity will intimidate them. Your detachment from small talk will earn you rare respect. Say less. Watch more. Let your actions speak in thunder. 5. Refuse to be chosen. Be the one who walks away. They ignore you. You try harder. They disrespect you. You stay longer. They give you less. You give more. and that's how you lose your power. But here's the truth. Being chosen is not a privilege. It's a distraction. The Stoic doesn't wait to be picked. He walks like he already knows what he's worth, and anyone who doesn't see it is simply unqualified. No arguments, no closure, no begging, just cold distance and a sharp exit. Let them feel the absence of what they didn't value. When you stop needing to be selected, you become the prize. And when you walk away like you never needed them, they begin to question what they just lost. Detach from outcomes. Walk like you're whole. Let your absence teach them what your presence never could. 6. Set boundaries without emotion. Enforce without apology. There's no strength in being available to everyone. There's no honor in being endlessly forgiving. There's no peace in tolerating what breaks you. The Stoic doesn't scream his boundaries. He lives them. He doesn't argue when disrespected. He vanishes, not out of spite, not to punish, but because his peace is not negotiable. He says no once. If you cross it, you're gone. No raised voice, no second warnings, just quiet execution. Seneca taught, associate only with people who improve you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. That's how the Stoic protects his energy. He guards his time, space, and mind like a fortress. Because once you start letting everyone in, you lose yourself piece by piece. Set brutal boundaries. Keep them without emotion. You don't need to explain your standards. You just need to keep them. When you detach, you don't become cold. You become clear. When you stop caring about the wrong things, the right things find you. When you stop reacting to every little spark, you become the wildfire. Act like you don't care. Not because you're empty, but because you're full. Full of peace, full of purpose, full of quiet power. You don't move to be noticed. You move because your path calls you forward. Detach, dominate, disappear when necessary. That's how Stoics win, in silence.